We're with Wade out on Rayburn Reservoir, and there's a massive storm looming in the forecast. Before the storm reaches us, we'll take a look at how you can throw a variety of baits and still reel in lots of catches.
Got him. That's so fun. Little poppers. Poppers on a dam. That's a great way to catch them. We're actually right here on Rayburn right now. And if you're watching if you know my fondness for fishing dams, we've got a huge front that's coming, big rainmaker coming here in a little bit. And I just wanted to get out for a couple hours. I thought, we'll go fish the dam here at Rayburn because I know we can catch some. Ooh! Another Rayburn 2.5 pounder. It's just full of fish of this size. Just plumb full of them. Come here, buddy. Oh, yeah. Little spot on his tail, that's pretty cool. That's fun. Let you go back, buddy. I mean, it's just so full of fish that size. It just makes it one of the best lakes to fish. Once again, though, you can look, there's a little, you know, and it doesn't matter whether you're at Rayburn or some other lake or riprap or dam or whatever, you can see there's just a little jog, a little indentation. And anytime you see that on any dam or riprap wall, that's a great place to mix up several baits to catch one. Oh, there's one. Golly, he jumped. Stay right there, fish. Boy, he's mean. I'm getting whooped by this guy. Ah, come here, fish. Oh, he smoked it too. Yeah, just that old rocky point there, wind blowing down it, obvious choice on where to go, and he hit it right out of the boat. I mean, he took me for a little ride right there with the jerkbait. You know, with the jerkbait, you're basically, you know, mimicking a lot of different bait fish and colorations out there. You know, right now there's a lot of shad up spawning. That's the perfect size, in my opinion, for this time of the year. He thought it was filet mignon on the twitch and the paws.
As Wade switches up his presentation style midday, the next bait we'll see in action that's perfect for throwing in almost any fishing conditions is the Spro McStick.
Oh, come on, I think he's still on there, yep. God, I watched him come up and just annihilate it right there, right when it hit the water. Right where that kind of windbreak is, you know, he's just sitting there waiting for a shad or a bluegill or something to come by. Instead, he got a mouthful of the old Spro McStick just sitting right there. Hook him. You know, that's just a perfect, easy lesson for anybody fishing when you can see a point and you see the wind crashing along it, and right where you get that break, you know, he might be 1 pound, he might be 5 pounds. You just don't know. Perfect ambush spot. Let's see if there's another one. That's almost like a cold water 50-degree special right there. Just let it set and he come up and ate it. You know, the fun thing about a little afternoon trip like what I've got going on right here is, you know, I just came out and went fishing. There's a storm coming and I didn't want to run up to the other end of the lake. I didn't even want to drive up there. So I just unloaded right here at the public ramp on Rayburn by the dam, fished the dam, out fishing those common islands that you see everybody partying on, and fishing new water. And that's something that, you know, is so important when you're fishing, is learning new spots and how to catch them instead of just running the same things. You know, just fun fishing, and learning, doing new things, and it's important as you evolve as an angler. Well, that's probably the end of the day right there. I didn't retie. Storms are coming in, you can see them on the radar. That was part of the reason why we chose to fish down here on the south end of Rayburn, but it just goes to show you a lake this good, you can catch them anywhere, but you know, to keep an open mind, just go fishing, fish what's in front of you. I've got a crankbait, I've got a fluke tied on, I got a popper, got a frog, got a spinnerbait, I had a McStick tied on, I got a wacky worm tied on, and you know, just threw what was in front of me, just threw it them all and caught a few fish, and now we're gonna go dodge this storm and go to the stump, eat dinner.
The storms have passed, and we're back for day 2 of fishing out here on Sam Rayburn Reservoir. And it looks like Wade has already snagged the first fish of the day with a jerkbait.
Tie the jerkbait on in the heaviest grass you can find and twitch, pause, and got one to eat it finally. We've had a few bites in this grass, but they've all missed it. It's not very big, but look how he ate it. He came up from behind and munched on it. Hold still, fish. We'll get that out of there real fast for you. This little guy. You know, I have and love to fish over here on Rayburn when you get all this hay grass growing. It's just a fun bite. You can fish so many different ways. Swim jigs, you can throw a frog across it, you can throw spinnerbait down it. You know, there's just a lot of different ways to catch fish here. Just had that feeling I needed to throw a jerkbait out in the middle of it, and we caught one. There's one. Come here, fish. A bunch of white bass. Sure is. There's 2 or 3 of them in there. Hey, fish is a fish. I think he hit it like a freight train. These guys will get you. That's a good sized one too. Thank you, sir. We'll take a bite all day long. We're not picky when one wants to bite, especially when they tug like that. He just annihilated it. Thought he had him a big old shad. Should go back. If we were bass fishing in a tournament, we wouldn't like him. When you're fishing for fun, we'll take him all day long.
Using mapping and sonar in your boat will help you locate areas that might hold fish. It's not uncommon for some anglers to spend more time looking at their electronics than fishing. What they're looking for can be anything from a jagged rough spot on the bottom to a brush pile. Once they find this area and see the fish, all that looking pays off with immediate bites.
We had us a crappie. That is a wad of crappie. That's where I want to be, is right there. That big wad of them right there. And you can see them react to it and come out of the whole brush pile to eat it. Like, I'm gonna get a bite right here. Look here, that tree's full of them. I mean, there's like 20 of them around my bait right now. Got him. This is so fun. I mean, there's so many crappie down there that you can see them in that tree. They're not real big, you know, they don't show up. You know, you can see this little jig going down there, and most of these crappie in this brush pile are about that big. But they are, you'll see like 8 or 9 of them come run over and attack, you know, when I drop it down in there. And then every now and then I see a bigger one, made a disaster. That's fun. I can do this all day long, but being a little kid.
Well, that's a wrap for our time on Sam Rayburn Reservoir. Now, over the course of today's show, we've heard from the pros about what you can do to reel in more bites on your next fishing trip. From using your tried and true methods, be they crankbaits or lead shakers, to switching up your style and being open-minded to trying new techniques, the possibilities are endless. No matter your method, the most important takeaway of today is to get out on the water and cast a line.